Hello everybody, welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. We start with our first pair, AUDNZD. This is my major pair for this upcoming week. This is already a trade we can take when the market opens, when the spreads are lower. So we need to wait first. So let's start AUDNZD on the daily chart. What can we see? Which pattern we have is a shoulder one, this head, shoulder two, then the other pattern. First leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, the bearish W that can play out till the daily minus 27, which aligns with this weekly buying zone. As you can see, we have here major resistance, support, then here buying zone, buyers, potential buyers again. So this is aligning with that. So very nice to see. So we have a pattern within a pattern which increases our probability. We just tapped also the daily highs here from that selling zone, so very nice. We have that supply and demand zone from that shoulder one. We have resistance, 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 support, resistance, resistance. So a lot of sellers are kicking in from this zone with bearish momentum every time. And here we can have that again to the downside. So we will go now to the weekly chart. What can we see on the weekly chart? We have two major zones. We have here these highs we are trading in, and then we have here these lows we are trading in. So we can have potential here that pull back from the daily minus 27, and here we have that resistance, big selling zone where we can go more to the downside till this point. So what can we see from the trend perspective? So what you can see is we had here this high, low, high. You can see this as one leg. Some people will see this as a blue candle, so you can see it as low, high, lower, low, or you can see it as high, lower, low, and then this would be gone. So then is your trend still bearish because you have here this major, I will delete this. You have here this major bearish W that can play out, and this is all some, yeah, channel. This is some channel here between these lows here, and we are trading between these highs. But you can see the sellers every time you went till these highs here of that week. These were false breaks. You went till the downside, downside. So, and when we come to this shoulder one, head, shoulder two here, we went back to the upside here. So for me, it's still bearish, still clearly bearish for me. And if you count it like this, high, low, high, low, new high. Then you have here your low, high, low, high, new low. Then you have here your high. So then you can see it as a bullish trend. Then you can see, okay, we have here your shoulder one, this head, shoulder two potentially, which can play out also. But then we need to make here this shoulder one, head, shoulder two till this point. Then we have a fib completion aligning here, and then we can go to the upside again. So this is potentially possible also, but I see this from, yeah, just a bearish perspective. So then if I go back to the daily, you can see the daily was clear for us. We want to take this to the downside. Then the 4 hour, what we want to see is a deceleration pattern. We can see the price is decelerating now from that. We had here an impulse, and now after an impulse, we want to receive some deceleration, that the price is decelerating on a point where we can take the trade to the downside. And what we can see is we have our first candle here, second candle, already a red candle, third candle, and we can place our limit for that fourth candle here on the decel box to the downside. For around 2.5%, I want to take here partials, and my break-even point would be around 1% if we have a good candle close. So this is the trade I'm looking at. So I will go over two more trades, Euro USD. We are still waiting for that on the bullish M. We have here that first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg coming back to the daily lows because the fib levels just not tapping this high. So we are waiting for the daily lows. So if I go to the weekly now, what can we see on the weekly on Euro USD? We can see the trend is still bullish. We had here this low, high, low, higher high. We have this major bullish M that can play out. And we made here from this weekly low a false break here. This is just a false break. We made there a small pattern, shoulder one, head, shoulder two. We were bullish then. We are making here this bullish M for going more to the upside. We have a massive impulsive candle close, so our candle close is with us. The trend is with us. We already have 2 out of 4. The FIB levels from this low till this high is with us. And then the supply and demand zone from this zone here, this resistance, support zone is for us. The only thing we can have here is also some short zone, but for me this is the more clearer one, the highest one, because then we can make the shoulder one here, this head, then a potential shoulder two here, because we made here that potential pattern for going more to the downside. So we have a massive impulsive candle close. So for me, the bulls are really present. So maybe we can have a small pullback and then we can go to the upside. So yeah, a 4 out of 4. Then I will go to the 4 hour. What we can see on the 4 hour, we are clearly bullish. So we have here that massive impulse. We have this high, low, new high. So we have here this bullish M on the 4 hours. So if the price comes back on this region, then I would be very interested to take some trade on it. So we'll see what will happen there. And then the last one, EURCAD on the daily chart. We have here a bullish M. We have a first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg coming back. We have that bullish M. So we can go to the weekly now. What can we see on the weekly? We have 3 out of 4. Then we can see we have a bullish candle close. We are in a long. We have this first leg, second leg, third leg. Then here that fourth leg coming back. That big bullish M we have. We're coming back to this buying zone from the monthly also. And then we are making here this double bottom. And then we went till the upside. As you can see, we made two double bottoms here. So we have here two double bottoms. For me, it's a double bottom. Here also I went impulsively. Impulse, impulse. So that's nice to see actually. So we have a weekly massive candle close. The trend is bullish for us. Candle close is with us. The FIB level from this low till this high is still for us. And I think we didn't had yet a FIB completion from that zone. Not yet. We just didn't tap it. But you can have also a FIB completion from this low here till this high. And you see we also didn't tap it here. So this can be our smaller one. It can be 1.503 like this weekly FIB completion. So yeah. So on the daily, you want to see a pullback till its daily lows potentially. And on the 4 hour, what we can see is an impulse, potential double top. Then we can go and make that correction potentially. This can happen. And what a nice thing to see is this weekly horizontal line is aligning with this previous resistance that can become support here, which is aligning with our daily lows. So that's nice to see that there can be some liquidity there to take more upside momentum. So this was my Sunday market breakdown, guys. I hope you liked it and see you next week. Bye.